Hi everyone, it's me, Moonglow, and I'm one of the cast kids or cast workers that works on making the moon glow. But not only the moon, but the stars and other moons, you know. And a lot of folks know that I do my work at night, you know. And every night, God entrusts me to make the moon glow at the But the moon is always shifting its likenesses all the time. Even though the moon only shows one layer to the earth, I gotta make all of that glow every night. And it's not only the moon that I'm over that I have that I do. I also do the stars and also do other moons as well. I came to Rainbow Land in 9 between 85 YL. Around the same time that Tickled Pink and Stormy came, you know. But I was one of the other cast kids. But I tend to do my work at night. Now, I know that I know that when you have spring and summer, it's light out longer. So it means it don't get dark to about 8-ish, 8:50 right now. And that doesn't give me a lot of time, to get the stars glowing, or to get the moon glowing, or other moons, or other stars glowing. But hey, that's what I was entrusted to do by God, and that's what I do. You know? And I even brought this up to Rainbow Bright one time. I said, why is it during spring and summer, the days gotta be longer, so then I don't have a lot of time to make the nights good. But then during fall and winter, the nights gotta be longer. And Rainbow Bright told me, she said, Moonglow, it has something to do with God making time zones and God shifting the earth around. And when one side of the earth has day, the other side has night, and And she goes, I don't really understand all of that myself, she says. Yeah, I don't understand it, but that's what I do. So you would think that I sleep during the day. And yes, there are folks who work night shift. Folks that work during the night. Well, with me, all of that, I've been working night shift longer than anyone else. I guess at least for 40 or 41 years, right? So I'm going to tell you something that happened to me. 40 or 41 years ago, I was out one night making a moon glow, making the stars glow, the other moons glow. And Dismal had come up with this belief that the evenings and nights should be dark, and that there should be no beauty in that. There should be no brightness or cast or light in that. No goodness in that. Then again, 40 years ago or 41 years ago now, his mindset was that everything had to be gloomy and wretchful. So his goal was to kidnap me and make it where I couldn't make the stars or the moon or other moons glow. So this whole thing was about spraying me with shit, binding me to a seat, and then putting a light on me, under the belief that that would stop me from making the moon and the stars and the other moons glow. Well, it kind of did. Because we'd say everybody went to sleep, we'd say it was 8 or 9 o'clock at night. I don't know what time it was, but we'll just say that it was sometime at night. And it happened in early morning. And I did not get freed by Rainbow Bright and Starlight and Twink until we'll say about 4 or 5 in the morning. So I was binded there all night. And then Merkwell's other goal was to have Rainbow Bright fall through this stunt that he had set up. There's this hole, and it led to the deepest hole in the hells, or whatever you want to call it. But luckily, Starlight helped Rainbow Bright so she couldn't fall through it. But Merkwell did, because he wanted to lean her into it. And then Lurky, followed him in because he thought it was a game. And it was about 5 in the morning or so when I got freed and I could get the moon and the stars and other moons glowing. Now I understand that a lot of folks were worried when all that was going on. But God had everything under run and lead, and God wasn't going to let anything bad happen to me. So, but that was the only time in the whole Rainbow Bright Drawing show that there was a saga about me. It was called Rainbow Night. That's what it was called. And even though I do show up throughout the rest of the first following of Rainbow Bright, 9 between 86 YL, that was the only one where it had anything to do with me. I have a helper, or an elf, or whatever you want to call him. He's known as, it was called Night Bright, a night sprite, or a night elf, who would help me with, helping me with making the Moonglow, which that gives my name. Moonglow is my name because I made the Moonglow. You know, I give it the moonlight. Well, no, the truth is that God makes the sun come off the moon, and the moon glows through the sunlight because, well, the earth is going away from the sun during evening and night. There is, when the moon comes up, the sun is on the other side. The earth has shifted away from the sun at that time. So the sun is now being blocked by the moon. And so moonlight is really the sunlight going off of the moon. But anyway, yeah, God does all of that. He works through me and with me to do it, but it's truly Him who does it. So it's Him who gets the thanks. I'm just the one that does it for Him. So, as you can tell, this is my TSL Toys one. I have my hair, my little moon thing, and I don't have the little band that I had for my hair or whatever. Mattel never made that when they made my doll, and I don't think TSL Toys made that either. But that's alright, because I got a band in the back holding my hair together. So, I'm here now, and that's it for me. If you like this film, then give it a like, share and playlist it, and what do I say? Have a rainbow day? Or do I say have a rainbow night?